Hello, my dear.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. Nice to finally meet you face to face. So I'm Bullhorn Betty. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay. Well, I just want to clear the air. I love you. God bless you for all the good that you
You don't
do.
love me. You don't know me.
Okay. Well, then. So what would you like to say?
I'm just here to answer questions.
Okay. So, obviously this is a touchy subject for people, and just trying to find out, why do you feel that Kiely isn't real?
I haven't seen any proof of her being real.
But anybody that shows you a photo, you immediately say it's photoshopped.
Why ain't there a video of her talking?
If you found a video of her talking, if I can provide you a video of her talking, can we put this to bed?
There should already be one. How come new Instagrams keep popping up of the same people duplicated?
Because it's probably trolls doing that.
I just go back to logic. I don't have to prove that someone is not real. People have to prove they're real.
Let me ask you this. How would it make you feel if you go down this line and you're going down this pretty hard, saying that she's not real and that this was all set up and everything like that? You seem like a nice guy. You seem like a guy that has a heart. How is that going to affect you when you realize that she is real and you have just been all over social media adding insult to injury to her family and friends that are grieving?
What friends?
Horrifically. What then?
What friends?
So everything that you're basing your information on is the lack of photography.
I'm saying exactly what I'm seeing, and no one likes it, and I don't get it.
Yeah, but for me, I deal with this every single case that I deal with. We have literally no information.
Are you law enforcement or something?
Huh?
Are you law enforcement or something?
No.
I don't understand how I'm being rude. I'm just sitting here answering questions.
Guys, first of all, Ryan Upchurch has been nothing but courteous and respectful here.
She's been great too.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, for the backlash. I understand it. But you have to know that coming up with statements like this is going to make people talk. Like, we're
coming up with them. What do you mean?
Well, you know what I'm saying. Coming out. Maybe I should say coming out with statements like this. Coming out.
Oh yeah, you're right. But look at the girl on the flip side picture.
Yeah, the one up at the top. Now, I believe that could be because we did hear that was the girl that has a problem with one of the girls in the car now. They were friends that night, but something happened and they're no longer friends. But I don't remember her name, and you may be right. It could have very well.
Oh no, you can look it up right now. She has a whole page of videos.
Okay, and what's her name?
On TikTok, it's CALLIE.
Hold on, I haven't heard yet. Hold on.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I typed slow.
see, look, this is someone who wants to look up something like, and when you do see this, you're like,
sorry. Hold on, sorry.
See, this is someone who's open to look up what I'm talking about, dude. Everybody else wants to just yell. That's why I'm not yelling on here.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I got no problem with you. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah. Oh, I got you, dude. It's complex. If you want, you don't have to. If you don't want to, it's just your house, like you said. There's a very small clip that I put on my YouTube channel not too long ago. As soon as I did, Kiely Rodney's page on Instagram that's been promoted this entire time, all the posts were taken off. And guess what? The Jagger dude made a new Kiely Instagram. And Evil Exist posted it this 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
And it matches Kiely with a K to Kiely with the C. And it also shows that the grandfather to Kiely with the K and the grandfather and the dad to Kiely with the C are the same person. They are just 7 years in difference in pictures. See, that's the thing with this case. The reason that it's so confusing is because people are using 7-year-old pictures, and I can prove it because
you can tell some of the photos are
yeah. Every song that they're playing in these videos, none of the songs are from any time recent. They're all from 4 years backwards. There's no songs from 4 years backwards to forwards, present.
There's always been a lack of photos. I can agree, hands down. There's been a lack of photos, been a lack of videos. It's been taking, it's almost like pulling teeth to get this. And I'm telling you, if I could tell you that it takes us hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of doing this, doing that, just to get to one person that may be connected to this case, just to get a little scintilla of information that can help us decide, it's been very difficult. I can agree with you on that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, did you see the picture that was shared everywhere that was one of the main pictures? When you zoom in on her teeth, it is 2 sets of teeth edited together, and the lines on the teeth are uneven.
Oh, it looked like to me like there was some gum issue.
Big time. Yeah. And in the front, it's they cut it in half, so they tried to match her canine. It didn't work.
I'll have to I know exactly what picture you're talking about. It's the one where she's like kind of like this, and she's got that flower or floral like
Did you notice how that picture was re-uploaded and it was fakely put up, said FBI at the bottom, and the part where she's moving her arm, they blacked it all out. If you find the unblacked one, the reason they blacked it out is because the original one, if you zoom in, you can see where they cut somebody's face out and stuck it on there, because what they do is they try to blend it in and they forgot to do the blending process.
Do you think that could be, because, you know, we deal with so many people out here that are trolls, and like even with Gabby Petito, you know, they were showing hands popping out of, you know, underground, and, you know,
they were showing what?
Like they were trying to say that in the back of the yard, they could see a hand coming out of the ground, but they think there's an underground bunker at that house, you know, in Northport and stuff like that. But we knew it was photoshopped. It was lightly photoshopped, but you could tell it was photoshopped. Good
luck building a basement underground in Florida where they're at.
Yeah, there's no way. We have so much water here. You dig down 3-4 feet, you're in water.
You have cabbage grass.
Yeah. So it was just odd. But, you know, do you think it's like law enforcement, or do you think it's like these people that are malicious online trying to, you know, thwart people like us that are following true crime so they can later make fun of us and said, ha ha ha, you know, we trolled her.
I'm so sorry. My apologies. Do I think AWP is a conspiracy? No, man. AWP is the one who said, hey, this is suspicious.
Mm-hmm. And you have a good working relationship with AWP, from my understanding. Is that correct?
I do not.
Okay. So there's some things.
They're cool though. I like those guys.
Yeah. Gotcha.
They're really, really intelligent. You could tell in the tow truck video, the guy slips up twice.
Yeah, I wasn't confident with the tow truck driver, you know, regardless, because it almost seems like the one piece that just doesn't make sense in the whole thing. I mean, I understand your position with the behind the scenes work you're doing about this stuff, but just on the storyline itself, where this child, you know, everything seemed like it was right around Prosser, you know, the time that she showed up, where they were partying, the last ping of her phone, all the one thing that's out of place with this entire story is the Boca Reservoir, her being over there the next day. That really, it's the one piece that just, to me, doesn't make sense with what we're seeing. But and I know you've got more, but for me, that's it just doesn't make sense.
Oh no, yeah, it definitely don't. They that was them pointing them in the wrong direction, probably, because if the tow truck was already over there, that means something was done with the tow truck. And if they didn't tow her car, why was the tow truck there? Because it was having to leave from doing what it did, whatever that was, during those night hours. And then that meets up at 11 o'clock. And yeah, that just don't add up.
When you consider exploiting, I consider exposure. Like, if everybody just stayed away from true crime and didn't bother covering these cases, what's the point? Their faces would not be anywhere, because everybody's been ran off YouTube because everybody thinks they're pieces of crap because they follow the rules and have a monetized account while they cover these cases.
Ooh, I like Bullhorn Betty, bro.
That was actually a good conversation. You know, I don't mind the open debate of these thoughts, but you know, I'm not sure how. I have went through this over and over again, and I can't, in my mind, justify how that child got back there. I just can't.
You know, it's crazy. It's so funny you say that. So I went and bought a 2003 Honda CRV the other day because I was getting irritated, and I said, dude, I'm going to get a forklift, and I'm going to tip this over into my pool upside down, and I'm going to put on my scuba gear, and I'm going to show you guys how difficult it is to get through there. But
it's difficult, even for a thinner girl. That clearance. I mean, Olivia and I went back to my SUV when we were watching the video, and that's when we were like, "Holy crap, he's at this window. This is the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Like, this is the cargo area of the car she's at." And we're looking at it. I remember that look. Her and I both had goosebumps together, and it's like, there's no way. There's no way. I was the one that believed, just like Jones, that this was purely 100% an accident. And I'm telling you, their information, no possibility in my mind now.
Facts. I'm with you on that. Oh, wow.
So, yeah. And so it's pretty interesting. But
how did you find this page? I never even seen it.
Yeah, you just, all you had to do is just kind of look into what you were telling me. I mean, I used the grandfather-father thing to kind of look into him.
Oh my.
So you can check those out,
I think you
everybody.
Found something pretty important. Whoa.
But the thing is, now anything can be edited. So I'm like you. I kind of like always have an open mind. And
Right.
Bullhorn, Betty, you are awesome too. No wonder Ryan is on your
I was
your
very
show.
impressed with Brian. I was trying to say my position, but try to do it so respectfully. You know, you gotta try. You know, you don't want to hurt feelings, but you want to also be expressive as well. Look at that.
Oh no, I like how tough you are though, because you're tough and you have sense, and you're willing to hear somebody.
Yeah.
Correct.
And that's hard in this community. I'm coming to find out.
Yeah, it is.
But
I didn't always do it perfectly either. I was a hot mess when I first came out on YouTube. I got to be honest with you.
Ain't no problem with that.
no.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know. See, I believe it or not, I'm kind of like I'm turning 43 in a few days, and I'm not really techie. You wouldn't know it. You know,
You don't look 43.
I'm telling you, and you wouldn't know it, but I'm not technically inclined. I used to be, but I can work a computer. That's like this, all this social media stuff. If it's not Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, I know nothing about it. Like I'm just getting into this whole be real thing. I don't understand that. I just signed up for.
Be careful on there.
Yeah, but I want to know what the kids are using. You know,
It's unsecured.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Oh, that's a valid point. I probably should.
Yeah, it's unsecured, and if you go look up the advertisements for it, apparently it's the biggest app in the world.
Wow.
I was like, eh.
Yes, but I don't know any of this. Like even Snapchat. Like my sister's a millennial, and she's always on. I don't understand it, but I'm trying to be hip, so I got Snapchat.
I'm in that same boat with you. I just now learned what YouTube Studios was.
It took me forever.
I remember when we had banners on MySpace and one song in the little thing.
MySpace. Oh my God, I forgot about that. You know, the only thing I used MySpace for, I was 20 something. You know, I was just getting over a bunch of bad stuff in my life, so I was just there, and I had to have something to do with my time. So I got on MySpace, and we went to battling and all the battles and stuff like that, and the chat rooms and everything. It was really coordinated. It was really like, why don't we do that stuff on YouTube? Where's our gang?
Dude, right? Wait, dude, that would be cool. I remember those days.
Man.
ASL.
Yeah, but we used to coordinate attacks on other people's pages and stuff like that. But that was fun because it was a game. It was a game.
That was fun, man. Social media used to be so much better.
Yeah, now it's just gotten too.
It's
real.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's too real.
And the reason, that's one of the reasons. I don't mean to interrupt, but that's one of the reasons that this situation is so dire that people like me and you sit here and actually, and like Zav Girl and a couple others actually look into what are the facts and depict what's real and what's not. And I'll tell you why, because with the new technology that's about to be here, man, this case right here, this Kiely case, could be a turning point in the way law enforcement works. And the reason I say that is, well, one, look at who's been taking over this case. You know, the FBI is now involved in everybody else because they know that technology that's not even out yet exists already. And if you see on TikTok where these 18-year-old dudes are putting a filter on and they can walk around and look like 30-year-old Elvis. And if they know how to ping, if these hackers know how to ping your phone in certain places, what if they put a video of me or you somewhere and know how to ping the phone there? How are you going to say that you weren't there in court?
That's scary. That's some scary stuff right there.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, on social media now, I'm going to get to you, Steph, in just a second. But on social media now, we're already dealing with the doxing and nonsense like that. And guys, that's that's dangerous stuff. That's dangerous territory because at the end of the day, we don't know who's watching this information. And there are some people out there that are mentally unstable that will hurt people. It's very dangerous, and you could be held liable for that. So just be careful before you do it. You know,
33 people, or about, was it 30? It might have been in the low 20s. I mean, high 20s. We had like 20 to 30 people try to get onto my property last year.
That's scary, Ryan. That's scary stuff right there.
Oh man, scary for them.
Yeah, well, it's scary for me because I'm a single. I pack. You know,
I about to say you got a gun?
Oh yeah, I've been
shooting.
Your
name is Bullhorn Betty. I know you got a gun.
Yeah, no, I got a gun. I've been shooting guns since I was 5 years old.
I don't shoot guns.
Yeah, and so I got a concealed weapons permit and everything like that. I'm okay here, but I'm still single, and I've had people approach this house before, and it's scary.
Yeah.
I've got an old neighbor. He's 78 years old. I love the man to death. Man, that guy has a shotgun right by his front door. Like you don't come up here.
Oh yeah, you never know. You could have somebody on here who is really attracted to you. That's like, I wonder where Betty lives.
No, see, that's weird. That's scary weird.
That really happens though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but no, scary weird. But
Wait, did you go there with Molly?
Yeah, well, no, we were there for weeks, and Molly came and visited.
What happened to Molly last night, dude?
I didn't watch. I didn't watch her because I was go to sleep so early that I woke up just to catch you last night by accident. I didn't see her thing with you. I knew that you were on her channel, but I didn't watch what happened.
Oh my god, it was bizarre. I don't even know her that well.
I like Molly. She's got a don't mess with me personality, but at the end of the day, under all that rough tough, she's a cream puff. You know, she's sweet at heart. She really does try to help, but you don't cross her.
Yeah, like dude, I mentioned it just from like not knowing her. I mentioned some stuff on her page last night, and she kind of like her and her friend kind of freaked out a little bit, and then they were like, "I'm out, I'm done." And then he left, and she left.
Yeah.
And they went to another YouTube channel, and was just talking about how they were freaking out about what I knew.
Yeah. But the question is, are you a big fan of Bullhorn Betty? That's the question. I'm just joking.
Bullhorn Betty.
You know, I'm a neutral supporter. That's what I am.
You got to get together and find summer whales now.
Trust me, we'll be making another trip out there. At least I will. I'm burning up a poor car.
If you need some backup, I'll bring like 100 tattooed up people with me.
We're gonna need them. I wish I would have had them the first time I went up there when BK decided to approach us.
I'll come down and help you find her. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd come down and help you find her. I'm 45 minutes away from Rogersville.
Oh yeah, well we do searches there every few months.
Hey, on some real stuff, if you ever need some like special ops like Navy SEALs or Green Berets, let me know. We'll come up there.
And then I got your contact on Instagram. I'll keep in touch.
Yes, ma'am.
Getting at.
Yes, ma'am. So the law enforcement that I've been giving my information to, because I've been having Placer County sheriffs hit me up telling me to delete certain things, and I talked to my law enforcement and showed them what was going on, and they said that was irregular for them to do. That law enforcement should hit up them and get them to come knock on my door, not be in my comments telling me, "Hey, bro, check your DM."
Yeah, I saw that. I actually pulled it up because I was gonna talk about that. It's like I wonder what they're saying to him. But if you know anything about me, I'm a liberty person and a constitutionalist. So it's like I kind of frown upon law enforcement asking, if they come to you and say, hey, this is really bad, I need to kind of, just for the time being, something like that, I will accommodate. But somebody coming and saying, hey, take this down, it's like, no, I'm not.
I agree with you on that. And that's why I was like, yo, what the heck? I was like, why do they want, because they DM me and they were like, that's not our police officer. And I was like, well, she's got a police officer outfit with your police officers.
Right.
It's kind of suspect.
It's something totally opposite, but yeah, if you can get some time, just read it.
Yeah, 100%. Miss Betty, also, I'm gonna get out of here, dude. Anytime you want to talk about some stuff, I like talking about stuff with you.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to at least interview you and get to know you.
I appreciate how you disagree. You disagree, like actually disagree. Like you don't, and you're like, hey, this is why I disagree. Mm-hmm. You're not like some of these other people. I get it.
Well, it's because I've been treated the way you've been treated.
I'm telling you.
When I first came out here, the attacks were so horrible on me. Like they built websites, they built platforms surrounded Bullhorn Betty. It was absolutely a nightmare. I wondered why I even stayed, but I did. I'm thankful. I got a beautiful, YouTube family here, and again, just appreciate your time and your thoughts and your explanation. I mean, just because our minds don't process the same, it doesn't mean that the information's not relevant, and it doesn't mean that you're not a human being that can think for themselves. And again, I'm a liberty person. I believe in everybody's individuality and everybody's processes and things of that nature. So
yeah, and not only that, you never know, one or two things could come out where, and I just want to let everybody else know this, like, you never know, dude. Two people could disagree totally, and then two pieces of evidence come out and they both be half right that makes sense for something else. So keep that in mind too.
Yeah. And not only that, but all this speculation does come up to something. I mean, we've got nothing. I mean, this is the best we've got right now. Law enforcement's cutting us off. We got no one to talk to. We're all left to our own devices and our own abilities to investigate this stuff. And
honestly, I mean, let's be real. I mean, people who are always on the internet, like, we are with our jobs and stuff and our hobbies as YouTubers and stuff, cops aren't on YouTube all the time and stuff, dude. I mean, if anyone's going to see some weird stuff on YouTube, it's probably going to be one of us.
100%. 100%.
All right, Miss Betty, you have a good
rest. We have millions. They have hundreds. So, all right, you take care. God bless you.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Bye-bye. Wow. Just wow. Guys, like I said, I like Ryan.